one point that I definitely underestimated was the difficulty of having three characters sitting next to each other in you'd call it a triologue, but would usually use the word dialogue. And why is that difficult? Well, basically, normally when you shoot a dialogue scene, you shoot it from one angle on one person and shoot it from another angle on the other person, and then you edit those things together. So it's almost as if the audience is standing in the middle doing this. What is he saying? What's she saying? What's he saying? What's she saying? That would be a standard way to do the dialogue. Now, sometimes when you're on one person, you catch a little bit of the other person as well, and other times you don't. The other person is completely absent from that shot, and that's one of the sort of technical or artistic choices you can make. But in this case, we had James, the relationship character, very much in shot whoever was talking. And what that meant was that cutting from one to another became much more difficult, because he needed to be in exactly the same position, and he needed to be not doing anything or speaking in any way, and his attention, the way his face was facing, also needed to be consistent with what was in the last shot. And I should have been much more alive to that. So I was aware of it. I did realise that it was an issue, but I didn't realise quite as much how limiting it would be if I didn't get it right every single time. And because I didn't get it right every single time, I was sometimes short of exactly the number of or the type of shots I needed to piece it together. So I ended up having to use a shot from a different angle that I wouldn't have intended to do just to get it. One of the mistakes I made as well was I thought, well, as long as I've got what they call the mid shot, whereas you come out and you can see all three of them from more of a distance, I can always cut back to that if there's something that isn't working in the closer up shots. You know, if somebody's picking the nose or looking the wrong way, or you just don't like that what's in that shot, you could come back to the mid shot and it's covered. Or when I tried that in the edit, coming back to that mid shot just completely took us out of the atmosphere and out of the action. And although technically it would have got the story told, it really wouldn't have worked at all. So if I was doing anything similar in the future, I'd be really, really thoughtful about where I'm putting the actors, where they're looking. And if you get three in the same scene, if they're not spaced out and they're in each other's shots, there's a lot of work to do about getting the consistency between those cuts.